after he fell, and I made a brief exclamation, I got off my bike and went down where Jeff was laying apparently quite peacefully with his face, or his head facing the cliff. He was face down with his head resting gently on his folded right arm, with the bike tangled up in his legs. And apparently he was unconscious because he didn't respond to me when I got down there. And so I took his legs off the bike and he started to stir and he asked me what happened. As if awaking from an unpleasant dream. And I said, you fell. I said, Jeff, you need to get a lot of mud and dirt on his back and neck and helmet. And his helmet was askew and appeared to be cracked, but it was caked with a lot of mud, so it was hard to tell. And I had him sit up gently and roll his shoulders and then his neck. And he asked me a couple more times what happened, and I assumed that he was just asking for the details because that's the kind of guy Jeff is. He likes to know exactly what happened. I was unaware that he had no idea that he had fallen off a cliff. And he was unharmed, so I said, why don't we have a drink of water? And we sat down there for about 5 minutes drinking and going over what happened. And then I carried our bikes up, and Jeff was ready to stand up, and we got up the cliff. And he asked me again what happened, and we encountered a couple guys who also wanted to make sure Jeff was okay. We started walking our bikes back, and after about, and then I asked Jeff, I thought, I said, Jeff, what's your wife's name? And he said, Claire. And then I said, what day of the week is it, Jeff? And he had no response. He had no idea. Then I realized that he was injured. And so we walked our bikes back half a mile, and he continued to be unaware of the accident. And I thought it was time to call for medical help at that point, and we did, and just sat there and waited for the EMS to come medevac him out of there.